Joining me is Joe Kizis. He is the president of Bravada Gold. Thanks for dropping by.
Thank you for having me.
Now let's talk about what you have. 10 properties in Nevada. The main focus right now is Wind Mountain, and you came up with an updated PEA recently. So how improved were the economics?
Yeah, well, they were very improved because we took a part of the property, and it's limited by how much pad space we have available. It's about 32 million tons that is available right next to the mine. That's the cheapest place to move the material and leach it. Okay, so what we did is we took our resource that has already been evaluated to the inferred category primarily, and put that amount of material that would fit under that space. And the economics were quite good. Produces gold at about $1,000 an ounce. Cash cost in about $1,200 an ounce, a little less than $1,200 an ounce, all in sustaining costs. Yeah,
That's hard to say.
it is hard to say sometimes. Not at 4 o'clock on the last day, that's for sure. So, pretty attractive economics. The internal rate of return is about 38%. So it's a small mine, produces gold at the model produces gold at 50,000 ounces a year. Has a mine life of about 4.2 years and payback in 1.8 years. So, very attractive economics for the first phase. We also have additional, that's about 2/3 of the pit delineated resource that we have, mostly in the indicated category. And about 1/3 of that, could be basically continued mining, just making it a little bit deeper. We have a place that we think will be an appropriate pad number 2. And so we're doing the economics right now and the engineering to see how many tons. I think it'll take a lot more tons than we have available. So we're looking at some of the adjacent areas just uphill from that pad. There's actually mineralization sticking out of the ground. We've known about it for quite a while. It's difficult to get to, so we haven't drilled it out, but it's probably another year, maybe 2 years of production. We've done soil sampling and rock sampling, and it's kind of the extension of the main deposit. It's just been faulted a bit. So we think we have the upside in this pad too, to continue.
For sure. And so you said that Wind Mountain could be in production near term. What does that mean? What's the timeline?
Yeah. So most of the resource that we have in pit is in the indicated category. That means we can use that drilling as pre-feasibility stage studies. So there may be a little bit more metallurgy that needs to be done, but we've done quite a bit, so not a lot. We'd have to revamp some of the biology studies, some of the archaeology studies that are now 6-7 years old. Don't anticipate significant problems, but they would have to be updated. Once we get to that stage, you have a package that you can submit to the various agencies, and we understand it takes about 3 years to get through the agency. So there are various, public, information periods and that sort of thing.
Right.
So, 4 years maybe on the top side. So relatively quick. Yeah.
So you've got the 9 other projects. Obviously, we can't go through them all here, but which excite you? Which have the most optionality? Which are the most exciting?
Yeah. Well, in Nevada, there are a number of types of deposits, and the 2 that are famous are the Carlin type.
Right.
And so we have one of those. It's probably 3rd on our next list of projects. So over the years, we've been bringing the various projects closer and closer to the stage of drilling. So the first one that's ready for drilling now, just needs to be permitted, is our Highland project. It's a low sulfidation system. These are some of the richest deposits in the world. They're kind of hot springs. people call them hot springs deposits. So if you looked underneath Yellowstone, for example, they're forming today.
Right.
So we have a lot of historic or ancestral hot springs deposits like that, and Highland fits that model very, very well. So we have developed 4 areas on that project that are drill ready right now. We just need to permit those, and we've been really focused on Wind Mountain. So all these other projects have kind of sat in the background. Baxter is our second closest to production. It's very close to the Bruner district, which Endeavour Silver purchased for $10 million a couple of years ago. So they're working on that. It's again, very small amount of surface work, and then it's ready for picking drill sites. We have some drilling. Kinross was our partner a few years ago. They had some pretty good intercepts. They just need to be followed up. A little bit of soil sampling will give us an idea of where we want to put those holes. So we have Highland, we have Baxter, and then what we call our SF project, which is very close to the Gold Rush Red Canyon complex that VRIC has discovered. That's probably the best discovery in Nevada this decade, right? So,
nice.
Yeah, it's a good part of the world to explore.
Very good. And lastly, Joe, just to give us the 30-second pitch, if you could, for Bravada Gold. 2 or 3 main points.
Yeah, well, the main thing is, we've been in Nevada a long time. It's a great place to work. We have a great deal of experience in these type of deposits and the geology of Nevada. So, Wind Mountain's our lead sled dog right now. And it's the point where somebody needs to put it in production. We're explorers. We're not mine developers. A lot of companies, kind of fail at this point. Our intention is to get a partner, or maybe a sale that would be to a company that is comfortable and talented enough to mine at 50,000 ounces a year and make some money, and carry us along as part of that.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah. Very good. Thanks for letting us know about the company.
All right. Thanks for your time.
Good stuff. Okay, Joe Kizis, he's the president of Bravada Gold.